a ghost.
Hey,
Hello, my friend here.
oh, hey, John was here last time, huh?
Yeah,
Okay, you're David, huh?
yeah.
Is this your wife?
That's my wife, Jenny.
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah.
Oh, nice
looking
seeing you.
good.
Yeah, well, thank you.
Yeah. World Korea.
Huh?
Korea,
Yeah,
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
I fit in the big one.
Yeah. Yeah. So how you been? You look pretty good.
Well,
Are you 88 or 89?
91. I'm
91?
going to be 92 in a couple of weeks.
All right.
I'm, like the Bible says, a sick man wasting away. That's what, you know, I got cancer, you know that?
No, I didn't know
Yeah, I
that.
had prostate cancer some time ago. It metastasized. I got the bone cancer.
Oh.
So I'm going taking treatments for that. And they got me looking for some medicine to take care of me. They figured that it's too expensive. It's $9,000 for a month.
For a month?
I says, no way. I said, I'll take the chariot.
Yeah. Take a chariot ride. Get it for free. Been paid for.
Yeah,
Been
right
paid for
on,
already.
right on.
Yeah, your
Oh, let's
chariot
sit down
ride.
here, huh?
Yeah.
I don't feel like standing up.
That was good.
You know that, my father planned it all.
Oh, yeah.
My daughter-in-law, I was over there for her her birthday. Then I played that song, "The Love of God," for her. You know?
Oh, that's
And
the first one.
she put that on there, you know.
Oh, I love that one.
Yeah.
Can you play that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, play that one. That is a wonderful song.
See, that's the kids. See.
Beautiful. A lot of good words
That's
to
my
that
favorite.
song.
The last verse I heard of that song was written on the prison wall of a man who was slated to die. And that was the last verse of that song. Could we with ink the ocean fill, and where the skies are parchment made, where every man on earth, every stalk on earth a quill, and every man a scribe by trade, would to write the love of God above, would drain the ocean dry, nor could the scroll contain the home, those stretched from sky to sky. Yeah.
God is good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
all the time.
yeah. All the time, God is good.
Do you do any fishing up there? Down out there?
Yeah, once in a while.
Yeah.
Do salmon fishing in the fall.
Uh-huh.
This summer we went to Montana and I climbed the mountain with my brother Joel.
Oh,
Went to
okay.
a lake that's about 9,500 feet above sea level.
Oh, yeah.
Climbed the mountain trail. It took us 4.5 hours to get there. And then when we got there, we did some fishing, and he caught a nice 18-inch Yellowstone cutthroat trout. And
Does he ever come out there very often? He was out there probably for the funeral,
Joel came out for the funeral, yeah.
but he doesn't come out there otherwise, huh?
He was out. He's been out there a couple times.
Oh yeah, we went to Oregon. We took a trip to my daughter up in Canada, and then we took a trip to California. Then we went up to Oregon. We stayed at Verna's place there when she was in that trailer house there. Trailer
Yeah,
house
yeah.
there. So. Yeah, I always wanted to take a trip out there to see them big trees out there in California, and I never got out there.
You didn't see the redwoods?
No,
You didn't get to see it. Yeah,
that
we,
was one of the things I always wanted to see.
we went there this spring.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, saw the redwoods.
big trees. Huh?
Oh, huge. Some you can drive a car through.
Yeah, that's what I heard. I always was, like when I was on a farm, I farmed for 30 years, and then when I wanted to quit, I wanted to go and work in the woods because I had 2 80s there of one timber, and one was good hardwood timber, the other one was kind of popple and stuff like that. But then just a year before I quit farming, then a big windstorm came over there and knocked about 30% of them trees down, or 80% of them trees down on the hardwood. So I had to get rid of that there, and then.
So you made lumber out of it?
Well, I sold the logs, and then I had on another 80 where I had a lot of popple in there, and so I worked in there for 2 years, just cutting popple. I must have cut a couple of hundred cords of popple bolts and pulp, out of there. So, and that's what I always liked to work in the woods, and then I always wanted to get to see.
Well, your dad did too.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
I got on the smartphone where they got that YouTube, and then there's a lot of those different things where they have these sawmill operations. I like to watch them on there.
Well, your dad had some unique sawmill operations.
Yeah, he had a Clifford owned a sawmill. He had a small sawmill there. Yeah.
I can remember him running a buzz saw off the rear end of a Model A or a Model T, where he had a big pulley on there, turning the big blade around.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I can remember
I
that.
don't remember that.
Yeah, he had it hooked up, and they would shove that lumber logs through there,
Yeah.
buzz them through there.
Days are
That's a
gone.
dangerous saw. I mean, the blade
Yeah,
is
yeah.
wide open. I
Oh
mean,
man, yeah.
That's why you see a lot of those old loggers with a few fingers missing.
Yeah.
You got all your fingers yet?
Yeah, I got them all. I had my back broken once, and so I don't know how. My wife and I always we talk about it. How we ever pulled through this far, in life.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
You had good angels watching over you.
Yeah, they were pretty busy. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You watch that too all the time? My wife, she's addicted to that, and so is my daughter.
HGT.
Yeah.
Yeah, they like to, they
Yeah.
always think of something else, you know, that
Yeah,
they like
right.
to have, you know?
I said, don't watch that stuff. You get too satisfied with what you got, you know?
They look for projects for you to do.
Yeah. And me, I like to watch Create, you know, where that cooking channels, you know, where they go, all those different cooks.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's just backwards, you know. I used to be building to myself, you know, and I should be watching that stuff, but I don't care for that because
Yeah.
they got it every time they got the TV on, they got that on. I see. You must be watching that too, huh?
Yes.
She
I
watches.
guess it's all right. It's nice.
Well, once you start looking at you look at something that can be created into something nice.
Yeah.
You want to see how it's going to turn out.
Yeah, right. You know, I was when I was building, working with a fella, and we were building houses. I worked with him for 5 years, and I don't know. I just didn't feel like I could work with him any longer, and that's what I wanted to do: go out and buy old houses and remodel them, and then
Oh,
sell them. You know,
okay.
that's what I felt like doing. But I never had the expertise, you know, to go and know how to go and cut angles and all. You know, Clarence told me that when I got out of the army, I worked for him, you know, your dad, and he asked me if I wanted to work for him. But you know, when I got out of the army, he asked me to work for him, and I didn't know how to do anything. I was in the army for 2 years, you know. They told me how to do it, when to do it, and what to do, and I was a zombie. So when I got there, then I didn't know how to do anything. But he was kind of patient with me, and I worked with him, and your dad, your uncle, was it Paul?
Paul, yeah, his dad.
Yeah, yeah. And then your grandpa, that was your grandpa.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then what's he called? And then he asked me if I would like to go to school. You know, you go to the tech, you know, to learn that. I didn't go to high school, you know, so I couldn't. I was so dumb. Only thing I was a farmer. so I farmed. But we did on a farm, all right.
So did you learn anything working for my dad or with my dad?
Well, yeah, he put me on different things over there. I worked with your grandpa and on a few houses there. And then I don't know what happened. Oh, I guess I went in the army then, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Oh
you
no,
went-
I was out of the army. Oh yeah, I bought a truck to haul milk. That's what I was.
Oh.
You know, I was hauling milk to Junction City.
When did you meet your wife?
Where?
When did you meet her?
In 1940, 46 or 47, 48, I guess it was 1948. It was that church over there that young people, they were,
In the Baptist church?
yeah,
Yeah.
on 4th and Grant Street there. And
I can remember you and your wife. I always thought, man, how did he get a beautiful woman like that?
I don't know. You know, I had to laugh at my dad when I got married, you know, when we got home. I went to see my dad after a while. He said, yeah, Leslie, he said, I think you got you a good woman. I always tell my wife that.
So how long you been
Always
married
tell-
now?
65. It's going to be 65 in February.
Oh.
I don't know if we'll make it or not. Oh, man.
You
it's nice.
sometimes wish you were back on the farm?
Oh, yeah. See, my boy, he wanted to farm so bad, and I didn't want to quit yet, but he wanted to farm so bad, and so we kind of sold the farm to him, and we were the banker, you know, anything else, and but then he got married after we left the farm, and then 2 years later his wife died.
Oh.
And so he met her on the internet.
Ah.
So she was a Christian, and she died. And then he got on the internet again, you know, and he met another girl. And her husband had died at the same time his did, and she was a Christian too. And so they got together, and they got married. And she's just a lovely girl. She's just excited for the Lord, you know, and he puts us to shame. But she's great, and he's on the farm then. But then he, I don't know, when he was first got married, he just didn't, I don't know, he didn't get into farming, he didn't get into hours was right, and things went to pieces, and finally he sold all the cows, and then he started getting a job. He went over to Green Egg, I don't know if you heard of the
Yeah.
place down here.
Yeah.
And so he's been working there now for the last 10, 15 years. And she's a postmaster in Ringo,
Oh,
and part-time, you know, so, and that's only a couple miles from home, so she's kind of,
yeah.
and then she had one boy before she married Kenny, and then they had one boy too, you know. And he's 13 years old now, so. So that's them, and then Kurt, I don't know if you know him.
Kurt, yeah.
He got married too, you know, and
Where's Kurt living?
he lives just down the road here, maybe a couple miles over here.
Oh, so close
A
by.
little past the hospital,
Yeah.
that new hospital down there. He lives down there, but they're on vacation now. They went out west, they took a vacation to Nevada, and they just left today. And then, of course, Kim, she married a guy from Canada, and then Kay, she didn't get married.
She's a missionary.
Yeah, she's a missionary.
And she's going back to Texas?
She's going to Texas there to go and get, I don't know, oriented new phase of the work that she's got to do, and she can do that work at home through the computer.
Oh, okay.
It's, she's doing a lot of that
So
work now.
will she be staying in the States, or?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, she'll be. I think so.
So otherwise she goes to, where was it, Guyana?
Guyana. Yeah.
Guyana, yeah.
She was another lady. They finished the translation of the Wapishana people there. And,
So it was a special language that they translated the Bible
yeah,
into?
the Wapishana, they called it.
Oh,
But they got it now so that they and not only that, but they were working with another group that they wanted them to go and translate the recorded another language for them, and so they did two things. So they recorded two languages, the Wabashanan and another one, I forget what it is, and then they put that on these smartphones and stuff like that. They got that so the people can take those little machines, and they're energized by the sun. You know, they don't need electricity, and they can go and take they can read the scriptures in their own language. You know, in all those different tribes. You know.
oh yeah, I heard of them doing that,
Yeah.
putting them on iPads.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
uh-huh.
the little things. I don't know how they. She could explain it to you if she was here.
That's kind of neat. That's
Yeah.
the way to get the gospel out.
That's right. And people get to hear it, and it's so much difference, you know, when they hear it in their own language.
Oh,
I mean, we don't quite understand what they go through, you know. It seems like God just talk. You know, those people. She said that they believe everything they hear, you know. So like if we're talking to them, they believe what they hear, and that's the gospel. But then when they read it, then they have to think for themselves and think it's now this is God talking to us, and it makes such an impression on them, you know, that a lot of them people they just. So God is still working, you know. We look at all the bad things surrounding us and we're involved in it, but then you look around the world, and God is still working.
And he's not returning till all nations have heard.
Yeah, right. And it's getting to that place now where they will hear, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's very close. It's very close
Yeah, I would
before
say
he
so, too.
returns.
Yeah.
So you're going to vote?
Absolutely. I hope you are too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who are you voting for? Are you voting for Hillary? You bet. I put a, I made a sign for my truck. I got a little truck there, and I put a sign and put it on the back of the truck, and put on there, Trump all the way, vote yes. You know, I want to see how many bricks I get thrown at me.
What is Wisconsin, you think, going to vote? Are they going to vote
Oh, I don't know.
for
It's
Hillary?
it's a kind of toss-up, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we're voting for Trump.
Yeah, and there's a lot of things I don't like about him, but still, I mean,
He's
some of the
gonna-
things that, you know, those principles that the Christians stand for, at least he supports those, you know.
Yeah.
And that's what, but then like they say that the Supreme Court deal, that is the thing that could
Yeah.
affect us for, even if after the president dies, you know.
Yeah. They say up to 5 justices will have to
Yeah,
be
right.
picked during the next president's term, either 4 or 8 years, you know. Certainly
Yeah.
within 8 years, there'll be 5 more.
Yeah, well, last time, you know, they said that a lot of the evangelicals, they didn't vote, you know. And
Yeah.
now this year, and they're getting them energized to vote, and if they all vote, then I think they might have a chance.